What's going on, everybody? It's your boy E-Dub Will, and I want to introduce you guys to our official apparel sponsor. This is Lake Davis with Certified Christian Apparel. So just give the audience, because you and I have spoken at some length, let's talk about what started or what is Certified Christian Apparel so people can understand.
Okay, well, what started Certified Christian Apparel was something that came to me a few years ago. I just had an epiphany of putting together a Christian clothing brand that would represent the kingdom of God, because I believe in the word it talks about occupying, you know what I mean? So we know the world has all its different ways of business, but the kingdom does also. So that's where that vision kind of came from, and the Lord put it in my spirit, and I sat on it for a while, and you know, just maybe about a year ago it began to come up, and it's like, go for it, do it now, move in it. So, you know, I stepped out in obedience and in faith. I didn't have nothing to really start it with, a couple dollars, a few hats, and it just started from there. So now things are expanding, and you know, the reach is expanding as well, and hooked up with my boy E-Dub, and you know, God is blessing it, you know. So I'm grateful, you know, for what God is doing with Certified Christian Apparel and with Spittaz Forum.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you talked a little bit about vision. So you said that God definitely gave you a vision for this. Could you unpack that a little bit for us and maybe tell us what is the vision of Certified Christian Apparel?
So the vision of Certified Christian Apparel is, it's not just a clothing line, but it's a purpose. With Certified Christian Apparel, every garment that you purchase, 10% of that purchase is going to be donated to charitable funds. Excuse me. So you're not just buying just a garment. You're actually sewing and putting into something that is greater than ourselves, feeding the homeless, clothing some people. You know, I believe in giving back. You know, as we've been given, we should be able to give back, and that is the purpose. That is one of the visions that's in alignment with it. And then not just that, you know, there's a message behind it as well. The certified part, you know, we as children of God, we have been approved of God, you know, and a lot of times we go in life and we're trying to find our approval through man, you know, and I struggle with this myself. And the certified part of the clothing line is basically saying, you know what, you have God's certification on your life. You don't need nobody else to approve you. And you know, we struggle with that at times, and I believe God put that in my spirit, put it in my heart to, you know, put it like this. Let my people know that I've chosen and I've called them, and they don't have to seek the approval of man, because we know that our approval comes from God. And a lot of times God will have us do things and so on and so forth that man may not approve of. So we can't live a life seeking approval of man, but of the Lord. And that's, you know, that's the purpose, that's the vision, you know, with Certified Christian Apparel, as far as it stands right now.
Yeah. And we've been honored enough that you've given us certain pieces. So we've got caps, and we've definitely got some shirts on deck that we'll be wearing tonight, which I'm really excited about. And now we want to talk about, or give maybe the people a little bit more of, what does the future look like? What are you guys doing? You talked about charitable causes. I mean, we've definitely partnered up, and we're going to be doing a few more things together as far as, you know, any purchases and everything through Spittaz Forum shirts and that. But let's give the people a little bit more of what are you guys looking to do more for the future?
Amen. Okay, well, let me also mention that every shirt that you buy, every Spittaz Forum shirt that you do buy, 50% of that purchase is going back into the Spittaz Forum. So, you know, look out, you know, help us out, help the mission out, help the vision out as well. So what we can look forward to in the future is, we're not just going to stay with t-shirts and hats. We plan on expanding and doing polo shirts, button-up shirts, pants, suits, you know, a full head-to-toe clothing brand, because it's something that we don't really get in the Christian world. You know, we have a lot of people that are doing shirts and hats, not to knock them, but I want to take it to another level. I want to see, you know, the kingdom of God represented in a different way, and that's the ultimate vision. So be on the lookout for you know, jackets and sweaters and more so casual wear with Certified Christian Apparel as well. And then not just that, also look out for music. You know, we believe in the Christian hip hop community, so there's going to be some music that's going to come out under Certified Christian Apparel. So be on the lookout for that. And as far as it goes for the future, we're building, and God willing, we'll have a storefront, retail stores.
Hey.
You know, so it's a big vision. I can't do it on my own. So, you know, it's definitely something that the Lord has to do, because I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, that's a lot, and I definitely appreciate you taking the time with us, and we're definitely, you know, we're starting to get ready for this event that's going to be coming up tonight. And you did speak about the music and everything. Is there anything about that you would like to expand on a little bit more? I know for a while you actually did rap for a little bit, and then you felt like God had definitely called you away from that for a little bit of time. Like, what was that process, and then what do you got coming up in music now?
Well, you know, as you were saying, I struggled with the whole rap music thing after I got saved and, you know, got born again. And I stayed away from it for a little bit because I wasn't, you know, sure if that was God's will for me or not. You know what I mean? Being so used to it in the world, because I used to do it in the world, and my message was completely different, of course. But the Lord began to deal with me and show me that, you know, this is something that can be glorified, you know, that can be used to glorify His kingdom, and as a tool. So recently, the Lord has brought me back into the mix of things. Been writing and, you know, getting back into the mix of things with the music. Got opportunity to get into some studio time going on, thanks to my lovely wife. So be on the lookout for a single that's coming out called Angie's Baby, which is my mom.
Okay.
And it's basically just going to be talking about, you know, where I came from and some of the things that I went through and got out of in life, you know, and God is just stirring me to put that in music and begin to let the people know. And, you know, it's not being done, you know, to be famous, or, you know, that's not the purpose of it. You know, the purpose of it is to serve, man. You know what I mean? To get the message out. You know what I mean? To set an example.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Because we need people to set that example, man, and the word. You know, the word of God. Amen. You know, we can use the music to get the word out, and that's what it's about, man. You know?
Yeah. Well, everybody, man, I mean, you got to hear a lot about. I found out a few things today. And I'm definitely grateful for Lake, and I'm so glad that you and the family got to come out. And again, they're going to be here tonight for our Sojourn event over at Cafe Live. That's a free event, and doors are going to be opening at 6 o'clock. And maybe by the time you see that event will have already passed. Make sure you go to the Spit Forum page, SPIT, the number 4, the letter M.com, and then you can go there and check out our itinerary. We've got some other events coming up, maybe in a town near you. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the financial support that you give us. And this puts a face to a name. It's not just Certified Christian Apparel. There's a life that's behind this. There's a family that goes in with this. So you start to get more of an idea, even for the rappers and stuff that come out and are ministering with us. It's not just art to them. This is ministry. A lot of people feed their families from this, but a lot more people do it for the glory of God. So we thank you guys for taking some time just to be able to get to know one of our vendors, and we'll definitely be having some more interviews coming up. So make sure you stay tuned. God bless. Peace.